couple of months back I was given a copy of Day of Infamy. I've now played through most of it. Most of the maps I've managed to play. It's been very, very interesting. The game itself, I think it's very underrated. Really. It's a World War II simulator, I call it. It's not a game, it's a simulator. It's basically a PTFO player's dream, to tell you the truth. It's voice chat enabled, no heads-up display in most games I've played, and that does add a little bit of real, well-needed realism in a World War II shooter like this. It needs it. It plays a lot like the other game that they're responsible for, Insurgency. That's a cracking game. You've got to play that. I rate that better than CS:GO. That's a big statement there, but yeah, it's a better game than that shit. I think Insurgency should have been the game that people should be flocking to play at esports and stuff like that. But I don't care for esports. Let's just get on with this really, really good game. I mean, it's come in leaps and bounds. When I first played it, my sister was playing it really well. It was pretty cool to play. The maps need a lot of work. There actually wasn't that many maps. The all-new update in March. It was March the 28th for the update, and that added a lot of things to it. The dismemberment, destructible walls, environments, you know, certain areas that could be blown up. And of course, dead cows. New maps. There were a few maps there that I really, really enjoyed, and it was just amazing that all the new maps that were included with the update were even better, like Crete and stuff like that. It was fantastic. You know, there's some lovely maps there. Foy, Bastogne, or Bastogne, I don't know how you pronounce it, but you know, standout maps. Crete is a real fun map. It's a close quarter map and also a sniper map. It's 2-in-1. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'll be saying fantastic a lot in this review because this game is just a hell of a lot of fun. I'm not particularly brilliant at it. In fact, I absolutely suck at it. I'm just shit. But the game itself really lived up to its expectations. I'm so impressed with how much effort in so short a time span has gone into this game. The maps are so well designed, you know, there's no clutter. It allows flanking, direct attacks. You know, it's just a joy to play. You know, you're using cover, you're using sound whoring as well, just to find out where the enemy are. The voice AI has been improved with the update as well. The stealth mechanics, you can go silent by pressing Alt. You can walk quietly and without being heard. If you don't press Alt, when you're moving around in a building, you will be heard, and that really helps with the realism. And you can tell when people are above you, to your left, and to your right, most of the time. Sometimes I guess wrong, get killed, even though I've got a really good headset and I can hear people a mile away. The graphics, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. It's not next gen, but come on, you know, it's workable. They're decent enough. It's not ugly game at all. It's got a nice grimy feel to it. It's not the multicoloured shitfest which is Call of Duty. It's really got a good feel to the game. The graphics really give it that oomph, you know. It's a joy when you're sniping as well. The difficulty level really adds to it to a degree. You know, the scopes aren't overpowered, so you can't camp. You really have to get out there and fight. You really, in fact, infuse to fight, and you really want to get, you know, stuck in. In fact, I played Assault more than I did Sniper, which is strange, because when I play games like this, like Heroes and Generals, I'm always sniping. But in this game, you know, it's a joy to play, you know, not just Sniper, but support as well, you know, or even be an officer. If only I could use that binocular properly. I still haven't got to grips with that after, what, 30 plus hours playing this game. The bombing runs that the officer can call if they're near enough to a radio operator. Yes, you have to be near a radio operator to call a airplane bombing run or strike with the Junkers and the Stukas or whatever coming down on you, blowing you to the shit up, because you will get killed out in the open and even in the building sometime. You think you're in cover, you'll get killed. The most impressive thing is the fact when you're trying to snipe or sneak up on someone and their ring goes off, and bombs drop, it affects the gameplay, the sound, everything, suppression, you know, the acoustics, everything adds to the realism of the game. It's just very impressive. The load screen's been really, you know, revamped to the point where it's a joy to just to explore and try new things, new weapons. A lot more weapons been added. The Thompson made its appearance, which was, you know, long awaited. I was waiting for that gun to arrive, so when your favourite weapon hits the spot, you know, it's going to be a joy to play. Fantastic. The ground will be nice as well. But, you know, I don't play that often as a rifleman. I'm more of a sniper or assault kind of guy, you know. The best feature of the game with all these new units they have, you can be German paratrooper, Panzergrenadier, Wehrmacht, you know, just normal British soldier. You can be a Gordon Highlander, you can be a GI, you can be airborne, Big Red One, loads of units, famous units. The ones you remember from the movies, they're all there. The weapons are good enough, some are horrendously annoying to use. Like the Bren, it's just has an ugly sight on it. But it's great when you get a kill with it. You know, you can suppress and hold people down while your teammates rush up with grenades or God knows what else to get the job done. Or even a flamethrower, which is lethally effective on friend and foe. Realism in the game is fantastic. And see, I'm going to say this a lot. I'll probably have to cut it. It's just the way this game rolls, man. It's just brilliant all the way through. Teamwork, of course, you're going to be using voice chat a lot. I hate using voice chat in games because most people who play these sort of games are PTFO types, you know, so they're a bit shitty with you, you know. If you're learning a game, not many people have patience with you, you know. And you get folk kicked sometimes if you're not really pulling your weight, which is to be expected. But when you're learning the game, you know, it's not nice to be kicked from the game when you're not doing so well. So tend to start on the earlier kind of tutorial levels. Get used to the maps as well. That's one of the tips in this game. Get used to the maps. It's probably the most important thing, apart from using cover, of course. Stay in groups, don't go alone. You know, it's ridiculous. When you're playing this game, if you're going alone and you're just taking everyone on, you won't last long. You'll have a terrible kill-death ratio. No one wants that, do they? You know? The cover system is pretty good. Although I need to change some of my key bindings because I keep pressing the wrong button. But other than that, it's pretty good. What I was going to say about the game, after 35 odd hours, I think it's hands down one of the best games I've played for this era, you know, the World War II era. It's a lot better than, I'd say, Red Orchestra, definitely. You know, their Vietnam thing is pretty good, but their World War II game it just blows it out of the water. So yeah, definitely better than Heroes and Generals as well, to a degree. It's just a lot more fun, and the maps aren't so large, you know, which is a pretty good thing. I'd like a large map and larger numbers, you know, like a whole, you know, full-scale battle. I'd like to see more players playing. Another thing about the game, I know I've said it before, but the sound really is fantastic. It really immerses you in the gameplay, just like Verdun and Insurgency do. They're two games that stand out with the sound, you know. The bombing runs can be a bit annoying because they do get you killed a lot. The cover, you think you'll have the best place to hide, and you'll get sniped from nowhere. You just get killed so quickly in this game. I mean, cover can help you, you know, but it's not the be all and end all, you know. Don't hide in this game. You'll be found in your little corner easily. It's just the way the game runs. It runs so fast, you know, and it's smooth as well. I've had no problems with servers since the update went up. It's been a joy to play. You know, it's a fine game for the price, and definitely much better than Red Orchestra, and I played Red Orchestra to death. So, you know, I recommend giving it a go. I was happy the developers gave me a copy of the game. I was really chuffed to play it, you know, because I had this on in my sights for a long time. This is definitely one game I would have bought over Red Orchestra, and I passed on Red Orchestra. I just played the demos and played the free keys and free weekends. So this is definitely definitely one I would have bought. So yeah, I think the pros of the game: great sound, decent map design. I mean, really good map design, fast flowing, no clutter, no exploding stuff, and not too much exploding stuff. I mean, the barrels are there, but if you touch the barrels, they damage you, but they don't blow up in your face, which is which is good for me. You know, it's not Call of Duty, is it? It's meant to be realism. Barrels just don't always blow up. They don't always have petrol in them, do they? You know, it's just ridiculous when shit like that happens. You think every time a piece of equipment next to you blows up, you think, shit, am I playing COD? Really? No, you're playing Day of Infamy, and let's face it, it's a hell of a lot better game than Call of Duty ever will be. And let's hope that their World War II shooter is just as good as this game, because if it is even slightly as good as Days of Infamy, then I'd probably pick up the COD game as well. So yeah, give the game a go. Realistic action, decent loadouts, decent weapons, a good amount of weapons this time since the update. Yeah, I can't really say anything except this game's definitely a fantastic game. There you go. No more use of the word fantastic, I promise. Anyway, I hope this infuses you to go out there and buy it, because it is worth your money. And for the price, you won't find any better, I don't think. And if you want a stressful time, or chill out time, PTFOing, then this is definitely the game for you. So anyway, hit that like button, and if you've got any comments about this game, what you think, and don't mention my shit gameplay, then let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you guys with another quick review very soon. Bye bye.